which is peace, be unto you in our holy Hebrew tongue. I want to give all praises to our Father, the Creator. That's Yod-He-Wav-He. That's Yahweh translated in the English tongue. And I want to give all praises for him sending his son to speak to us so clearly here in these last days in the persons of Yahweh ben Yahweh. That's Yod-He-Wav-He, Bet Sophie, Yod-He-Wav-He, in our holy Hebrew tongue. With that being said, this is your brother Shem Yahweh ben Yahweh, known as Samuel. Samuel judged Israel all the days of his life, and that's what I'm here doing here in the spirit. And you can verify that in 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 15. And with that being said, praise Yahweh. Welcome back, family. Welcome back to another broadcast of Yahweh ben Yahweh's Uncovered Truth Broadcasting Network Communications, where we tell the truth like you never heard it before concerning Yahweh ben Yahweh. Praise Yahweh. Well, you could tell by the heading of this broadcast what this is going to be about. Because this is a very, very, very important subject and topic of the day and time and hour that we are living in. Because we have a bunch of misconceptions and a bunch of misspeculations concerning the Messiah and concerning what's supposed to happen at his coming and what are some of the signs that will follow him to connect us to his person, to his claim at being the Messiah, the anointed one, the Mashiach. Praise Yahweh. Well, we have a man by the name of Yahweh ben Yahweh who have proclaimed himself to be this one, the Messiah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the one who comes and resurrect and restore Judah, the so-called black man of America, and raise up the rest of the tribes of Israel. That man is Yahweh ben Yahweh. Yahweh ben Yahweh is the only man that we have recorded here in our lifetime that ever came in the name of the Father, Yahweh, as the Son, Yahweh in the flesh, ben Yahweh. That's what we have recorded, brothers and sisters. And too bad, too sad, because this is something that the world is going to have to embrace. See, it's levels to this awakening. Yes, it's levels to this awakening. You don't just wake up, oh, shoot, we're Judah. Oh, we chosen to be the ruler. Oh, and, you know, it's a process. Judah don't even know the reason they are awakened at this hour. Somebody had to be the whistleblower, because Judah will not be able to get nothing done until the Son of Man be come and go before you around these cities. That's why he says, I go before you. And Yahweh ben Yahweh is the first begotten of the dead, of the so-called black man of America, of the community of the Hebrew Israelites to be persecuted. That's right, it's recorded. It's all in the newspapers. It's all over the internet. That's right, it's all over the internet. It's out there. Now it's time for you to catch up. Because when Yahweh ben Yahweh was here in the flesh teaching, he was speaking and teaching at the speed of light. And light travels at the speed of 186,000 miles per second. Now that's a great light. So by the time this information hit your ears, because it done went past you so fast, because it's coming faster than light, 186,000 miles per second, you missed it. So what happened was he froze it for you on the page so you can go back and study it and read it for yourself. And that's why we have it here in Daniel 9:26. And it reads, and after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, Yahweh ben Yahweh, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. And unto the end of the war, desolation are determined. Stop right there. Now, what I want to talk about in this verse is the Messiah shall be cut off. Because when we do some research on the word shall, it's a futuristic term. It's something that will be taking place in the near future. Well, back in the 60s, they were singing and marching, shall overcome. Meaning at that time, they haven't overcame nothing yet. But they was hoping in the future that they will overcome the oppression of the enemy. And that's what it is today. This is a futuristic term, shall, meaning one day someone is going to come and they're going to be cut off. And they ain't going to just be cut off. It says, but not for himself. What does that mean? Not for himself. Well, Yahweh ben Yahweh is a righteous man who didn't even have a parking ticket, brothers and sisters. Don't even have a record to even match the allegations that they try to place upon him. So he ain't get cut off for himself, but he was cut off on the behalf of Israel. He was cut off on the behalf on what other wicked people was doing. He was cut off because of allegations that were made from unrighteous people, from worldly people, from heathens. And because you're dealing with a heathenistic system, and a system that is governed by ungodly and unrighteous men, the prophecy said the Son of Man will be delivered into the hands of sinful man or wicked man. So you can see how all this is tying together, brothers and sisters. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. This is your space and your time to repent, brothers and sisters. If you were someone that spoke against Yahweh ben Yahweh in a negative way, or portrayed him to be a cult leader or a killer, or whatever other term, derogatory terms y'all choose to classify him other than the Messiah that's in Daniel 26 that was cut off, but not for himself, but because of what someone else did or because of what someone else said. You see, brothers and sisters, that's what it means to be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince shall come and destroy the city. What does that mean? Well, Yahweh ben Yahweh came to Miami, Florida, to Liberty City, to bring liberty to you, Judah, to you, Israel, to you, so-called black man of America, to raise you up from the bottom so you could sit on the top, to put some sinew on your dry bones, Israel. And he was cut off. Yahweh ben Yahweh is a builder. That's what Ben means, a builder of the family name. A builder. Yahweh ben Yahweh was a builder. Go back and do your research concerning what Yahweh ben Yahweh has built across the country, and especially in Miami City and headquarters where he started from. And in the midst of the word Miami, you will find the word I am. Praise Yahweh. And if you look at the word I am, that I am, it's the same pattern and the same structure is set up as Yahweh ben Yahweh. You have I am, that I am. Then you have Yahweh ben Yahweh. So the I am that I am is the Yahweh ben Yahweh. And I am is Yahweh. So praise Yahweh. So they came, see, and they say, and the people of the prince that shall come. Who is the prince? What does that mean? Spiritually, that's no other than the prince of darkness, Satan and his angels. Praise Yahweh. That's right. That's Satan and his angels, the prince of darkness, that shall come and destroy the city. See, Satan, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. The city. Well, city, people is what make up a city. And the people that was in Miami City and across the country in the cities of America that was worshiping and praising Yahweh and lifting Yahweh ben Yahweh up as the sun, that city was destroyed. That's right. It was destroyed. The sanctuary was destroyed. The place where Yahweh ben Yahweh teach, Yahweh's universities, was destroyed. The hotels and motels was destroyed. The bus lines was destroyed. The beach that he owned was taken away. The limousines was destroyed. The publishing companies was destroyed. See, brothers and sisters, all of those things that Yahweh ben Yahweh came and manifested here in the flesh, which was a physical manifestation of what he was doing physically, is what he's doing in the spirit. That's why the scripture said that 1900 years ago, you see all these buildings here? They shall all be thrown down, and I shall rebuild them in 3 days. Well, that was symbolic of the people. We are the temple of the living God, Yahweh. And in our bodies, and in these bodies, he will dwell. This is the body that he came to build up. These are the temples that he came to build up, to put the breath of life, to breathe the Ruach back on us so we can stand up as an exceedingly mighty army. Praise Yahweh, brothers and sisters. I hope y'all can hear. Blessed is the man that hear what we hear and see what we see. Praise Yahweh. This is what the Spirit is saying. He that has an ear, let him hear, because this is what the Spirit of Yahweh is saying. The Messiah shall be cut off, but not for himself. And that city, which was in Miami, in the great America, was destroyed. The works of Yahweh ben Yahweh, the prince of darkness and his angels, destroyed the sanctuary. And guess what? And the end thereof shall be with a flood. What does that mean? At the end of all of this, a flood of lies has went out across the country. A flood of lies has went out all through the media. A flood of lies has penetrated the ears and the mind of the people. So when they hear about Yahweh ben Yahweh and concerning his works and his declaration and proclamation concerning him being the son of Yahweh, ben Yahweh in the flesh, the people don't want to hear it because they have too much allegations and false claims to read through the smoke screen concerning Yahweh ben Yahweh. So get to really receive his message. You done read and listened to a whole bunch of nonsense. And you never did your due diligent research concerning him. You jumped on the bandwagon with everybody else and cast his name out as evil. So that's what that means when it shall be with a flood. And unto the end of the war, because this is a war, brothers and sisters. This is a war. And wars are carried out by words other than just weapons of war. It's other means of war. And this has been a long, ongoing word war concerning two sides. That's why Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there's no truth in the land. There's no mercy in the land. That's why Yahweh ben Yahweh had to bring this truth to the land. Praise Yahweh. And it said, desolations are determined. And that's where we at today, brothers and sisters. That's what's the world's best kept secret. They don't want to tell you because they put their hands on Yahweh ben Yahweh, the Ark of the Covenant, that it has brought about desolations in this country. Because you persecuted a righteous man, a holy man, a king, a Messiah, one that is born of the seed of Abraham. The Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And that's why we suffering from the conditions that we're suffering from here in this country. And Yahweh is going to continue to bring this country into a desolate place because he's determined to do that. He's determined to do that. Praise Yahweh. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. I just don't understand how for our brothers that's out here in the Hebrew Israelite, what they would say community, for them to miss this prophecy, for them to override this prophecy, for them to turn their heads away from a man like Yahweh ben Yahweh, who is very important to this movement. Matter of fact, they hold him as the key to this movement. That's why they locked him up and labeled, you can't have no contact with him, you black Hebrew Israelites. I just wanted to open that up with Daniel chapter 9, 26. Because Yahweh ben Yahweh is the Messiah that was cut off, brothers and sisters. Yes, he is. And it said, but not for himself that this happened. It was nothing because of Yahweh ben Yahweh did, brothers and sisters. That's right. And if you've been following this case, keeping up with this case, because obviously the government ain't going to let you forget about it. They're not going to let you forget about Yahweh ben Yahweh. Remember, the prince, he coming to destroy the city. And that's the prince of darkness. He's not going to give up because Yahweh ben Yahweh is a man of light. And his job is to stop you and not let you come to your Messiah. Y'all want to get out of this place. You want to do this and you want to do that. Y'all got some repenting to do, O Israel. And especially the camps. Especially y'all. This guy up here that's sitting up top, this is the key witness to their whole operation, brothers and sisters, of trying to bring Yahweh ben Yahweh down. This guy right here, Robert Rogier. This is your murderer. This is your murderer right here. This is symbolic for Judas, and he is symbolic for Barabbas. This the key. Look at him. Just look at his face up there while he understand. This guy was facing the electric chair. Yahweh ben Yahweh so bad that they got with him and made him cooperate. For all of those murders and all of those things that they was accusing Yahweh ben Yahweh of, the fire bombings in Opalaka and at the motel or at the apartments, they try to say that he was responsible for those guys being killed at the apartments after he bought the apartment complex and they didn't want to leave. They couldn't prove that. Anything that you heard about Yahweh ben Yahweh is no physical evidence whatsoever. And we got the receipts to prove that. Yes, we do. You'll be seeing that very shortly. Yahweh ben Yahweh did not give this guy no orders to go kill anyone. This guy came to the nation of Yahweh already a killer. Matter of fact, the nation of Yahweh, Yahweh ben Yahweh was his last hope. And that's why he's in jail as it is this day. He ended up right back up in prison and could be for the rest of his life after he did what he did to Yahweh ben Yahweh. See, they want to use Yahweh ben Yahweh as an excuse. This was an immoral man. This was a wicked man. This was a heathen. This man didn't have no idea or no intentions of change. So what he did is try to come and hide in the nation of Yahweh and get away with all his dirt that he was running around doing. And because the government knew that, they used that to their advantage to use him to line up with the case that they were trying to build against Yahweh ben Yahweh. And the deal was, if you tell us Yahweh ben Yahweh told you to kill these people or to commit these murders, we will excuse you from the electric chair. All you got to do is just cooperate with us. And that's what he did. To escape his death with the electric chair, he turned the just like Judas did 1900. There's no way around this, brothers and sisters. Y'all are blind out there when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite community. You're not making any sense. And I'm here today to clear up some of these misconceptions, brothers and sisters. That's what this channel is all about. Uncovering the truth about Yahweh ben Yahweh. Then you have this other guy, Khalil Omari. And we're going to be going in. We have this other guy, excuse me. Praise Yahweh. Difficulties now. Well, this guy right here, we'll talk about Khalil Omari in the next broadcast. But this guy right here, this is the main anchor man that they use to build this case on Yahweh ben Yahweh. Keep that in mind. This all they have. They have no weapons. They have nothing to connect Yahweh ben Yahweh. Do y'all think that's fair, America? Answer that. You're going to use one man to justify a conviction, a man that was a heathen, a man that was already a killer, a man that used the system to escape the electric chair. Like I said, I ain't going to tear it too long, brothers and sisters, but this is all that they had besides him and Khalil Omari, who is Lord Clark. I'm going to leave it off right there, brothers and sisters, because I got some more work to do. But praise Yahweh ben Yahweh. Yahweh loves you. Yahweh ben Yahweh loves you. And Shem Yahweh ben Yahweh loves you too. Praise Yahweh.